Hey everybody, Kyle here with Spicer Designs. What in the hell does this button do? Igniter? Just kidding. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, today you can see we're right here on the side of my shop. I got a little bit of a lane right here that takes you out into part of the yard. I don't know what you would call that, my side yard. It's kind of my front yard. Doesn't really matter. So what we're going to be doing today is creating a space right here for an RV or a camper. And the reason we're doing this is because we have some special guests coming down here for my 4-year-old's 5th birthday party, some family. And this is where they want to set up because they don't want to sleep in our dirty beds. So what I need to do is install the electrical outlet for it. It's a 30 amp, 120 volt outlet. And I'm going to have some stone brought in. And I'm going to put some stone through here to get a nice level surface because it may be hard to tell on camera, but there is a slight little decline there along this side of the shop. Now we are going to be using the new Kimron to do a little bit of trenching, and we're also going to be using the Coyote. I think I forgot to set the parking brake. Well, we'll chalk that one up for a loss. Luckily the pond's not that deep. All right, let me give you a closer look at what we're going to be doing here. All right, so this is the space they'll be parking. So you can see we got a water spigot here. So we have a water supply to the RV. Then we'll move along the side. And the air conditioning's sitting kind of low. I'm actually going to raise that up a little bit. I've got plenty of line set there to lift it up. Should be fine. And then this is the area where I'm going to be mounting the RV receptacle, the 30 amp, 120 volt recep. And over here by the condensate line for the furnace, I'm going to be popping out with an LB, running some PVC down. I'm going to put a small little trench in just on the outside of where the gravel is going to be, and that is going to be a chase for me to bring my Cat 6 Wi-Fi out here. And then on the back side, don't mind the mess, I've got a clean out and my septic tank for the shop bathroom. So they'll be able to hook up to the sewer, electric, and the water line, and hopefully have Wi-Fi along with a nice graded out level gravel space here. And we'll be using the new Kimron to put that trench in, and we're going to use that as well to lift up the AC so I can get some more blocking underneath it and raise that thing up a little bit. All right, let's go inside here. So the first thing we're going to do is yank out that welding receptacle so we can pull that panel off, get access to the inside of the wall, and we'll get that electrical outlet installed first, and then we'll tackle the other part of the project. Got lightheaded here. Bingo. Plus it was labeled, of course. Oh yeah. All right, we got everything opened up. This is gonna be a pretty easy little job. All right, so here's what we're gonna be using for that RV outlet. This is a standard RV outlet. I picked this up from Home Depot. I think it was like 50 bucks. The model number is U013P, as in Peppy. You pick it up from the Home Depot, or I'll leave an Amazon link down in the description. Let's check this bad boy out. Comes with a hub on the top, which I do not want to use. Should have a filler in there. Better have a filler in there. It does have a hub filler. Connections are pretty easy on this thing. You got a black screw for your hot, a silver screw for your neutral, and the green, of course, for your ground. Because remember, this is a 120 volt circuit. What I'm going to do is use an 8.3 with a ground Romex. It's a little bit bigger than what we need for a 30 amp circuit, but that's what I've got, so we're going to use it. We're going to get this thing all pre-wired up so we can mount it. We're going to shove that tail inside, and then we'll route it around into the panel and hook it up. Ground first, we'll do a neutral, and then our hot wire goes on the black terminal. All right, there you go. Ground to the green, black to the black, white to the silver. That's that. All right, we got our take-all connector on there. We got it tightened down because we won't have access to tighten that down behind all this trim work. So now we're gonna shove it up into the bottom of the panel. A lot of this is pretty repetitive from the DIY welding outlet video that I did, which I definitely give a lot more detail. All right, so I just gotta get this thing strapped down, and then I'll pull the rest of the sheathing off here.
Oh, damn it!
That's embarrassing. Make sure you use all safety precautions, safety glasses. De-energize the panel. This panel is energized because I am an electrician and I know what the f I'm doing. Make sure you follow all local code requirements, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Woo. All right, we're gonna land our bare ground. If it is a sub panel, it's gonna be on the separate ground bar. If it is your first means of disconnect in your home, your main panel, it's going to land right on your neutral bar. All right, then we got our white and our black left. White's gonna go in the neutral bar, and the black, of course, is gonna land on the breaker. Now, I did not wire this panel. This was here when I bought the house, so if you're going to critique this wiring, I did not do it. If I did do it, it would look much better. All right, that is it for the electrical part of the RV connections. And I got the great stuff gone. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in a little additional great stuff where I knocked out that spray foam. These things are badass. I'll have a link for this in the description. And then it's back outside to do a little more site work. Bingo. All right, so we're gonna use the Camron now. I'm gonna switch from the 16-inch bucket to the 9-inch trenching bucket. And the only thing I know that we have over here is I've got the propane line, which goes right there, and kind of a straight shot over to the propane tank. At least I'm assuming it's a straight shot, but I'm gonna go ahead and shut the valve off. Just in case I do hit it, I'm not spitting out propane. I do have a floor drain from inside the shop that comes out into the woods right there. All right, let's hop in this sucker and do some work. We got the quick coupler. Makes things easy. I hit the pipe. Yep, that's the pipe. Well, I got the trench in, only a couple inches deep. Is that drain line I was worried about. Looks like I'll be repairing that. Alright, well that went pretty smooth. Now we're going to get that 3/4 PVC in for the Wi-Fi and get this trench closed down. All right, we got the PVC in for the Wi-Fi line. Got that all silicone around there, buried down about maybe like 6 inches. Got the drain line repaired. Right over here, I dug out a little bit further. I'm basically just gonna cut that line in with an edging tool, right over there, right through the woods, all the way up to the house. I got the end of it duct taped, so I'm gonna use the Coyote, fill all this in, and move on to the next step. All right, now we're gonna be using the iMaum Live. I don't know exactly how to say that. I saw this thing over on Doug's channel, One Eye Customs. He did a full review on this thing. Pretty sweet, you can get it on Amazon. They're only like 180 bucks, but it's like a 16-foot pole saw. It's all battery powered. I will also have links in the description. Sorry, Doug. But anyways, we got to trim up a bunch of low-lying tree branches that are kind of hanging over this area where the RV is going to be parked. So we're going to clean up some of this crap in here, get it looking better before I put that stone down. Oh, damn it! Anybody see that? Hope not. Oh, damn it! right, I got a good bit of this cleared out. We have one eyesore. Yep, that big old dead tree. Actually, it's not that big. It's maybe 12 to 16. Nah, I bet it's a good 16 inches in diameter. And there's another smaller one that kind of V's off a bit, maybe 8 inches in diameter. And it's kind of leaning toward me away from the shop, so it should fall somewhere right in there. Get the old chainsaw out and knock this sucker down. All right, before the comments start coming in, I want to address my safety wear. I have safety glasses on, denim jeans, got a really thick pair of leather underwear on, and that's it. Now I know I should have a hard hat on and a face shield and a life preserver and SPF 30, but I don't. So if you got a problem with it, I don't know what to tell you. All right, we got 2 loads of stone delivered, and I pulled some of this stone back with the Coyote, and I've got some grade stakes that I set. Quite a bit of a drop off on that back corner, but I'm gonna throw some fabric down along this edge just for a weed barrier, and along that edge where the stone's gonna be a little bit thinner. It's gonna get deeper as it comes out here, and we'll start spreading some stone. The first thing we're gonna do is get this air conditioner raised up. We're gonna raise it up about 6 to 8 inches, because that's going to be in the decorative stone area next to the barn. right, here it is. Quite the transformation. I've got some natural boulders for the edging that I had extra laying around the house. Same with the decorative stone, kind of eliminating some of the landscaping areas by the house, so I kind of stole that from there. And we got the trenching bucket, very nice accent. Working on pulling the Wi-Fi line right now. We've got the RV outlet ready to go. And I stole some riprap from around the pond. I used that as the edging to go around the propane tank. And then I pressure washed the propane tank to make it look like brand new. And you can see here along this edge, I had to build this up quite a bit. That's probably a good 16 or 20 inches. And then I brought the mini excavator across the edge of that and really tried to compact that down. All right, the only thing left to do is wait for our special guest to arrive, and then we can see if the RV is going to fit over here, and if everything hooks up the way I think it's going to. Otherwise, they're f***ed.
I don't care.
Huh?
I don't give a
All right, my special guest has arrived, and it turns out we're actually related, right?
I'm his dad.
When were you going to tell me that?
Yeah, can't you tell the resemblance?
Yeah, you might be able to tell we look a lot alike, so that's what I have to look forward to. How big is this sucker?
32 foot.
And it's got
A 32 foot Class C.
And it's got a V10 in it?
It's a 6.8 liter V10.
You could beat Mustangs.
And Hellcats.
I got your RV outlet installed. You've got water right here, and then I've got the septic clean out back there that you said you could use when you're all done for your dumping station. So what do you got to do to get this thing hooked up where you're up and running?
Well, as you can see, I pulled the power cord out already. What happens when we plug this in and we turn the power, that's the first thing you want to do when you hook up, is to see if your power pedestal is any good. Right down here, you can't see it, but there's a box there. Once we plug this in and turn the power onto it, it's going to analyze the system, whether there's any open neutrals, grounds, polarities reversed, surges, low surges, high surges, and it won't allow any power to go into my electric bay until it likes it. And then you'll hear a clunk. And when you hear that clunk, it's the relay kicking in, and I'll have power. Yeah, it'll make it fine. All right.
That breaker is off.
It's off?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there it is.
So what do you got to do for your water setup?
You're supposed to have drinking hoses. These white hoses, when you see them in Menards or Camping World, white is for a drinking hose. You don't want to confuse them with other hoses you carry like these.
Like a doo-doo hose?
What you have to do with a water hookup is, of course, you have to have a water filter. You don't know what kind of quality you're going to get out of some campground you're not familiar with. Another thing you have to have is a pressure regulator, and it runs over to this. This is the city water connection. So anything that goes in there is filtered, which we're not going to hook up either. They call it the stinky slinky, right? And that's what you hook up to.
I've got one of them.
Your it hooks up to the black and gray tank. The black tank, of course, is the poop tank. The gray is like shower water, dish water. First thing we're going to do is check the level.
We're not putting slides on, are we?
Hell yes. Yes. Is this propane?
That's all Keystone.
All Keystone in there?
Yeah, it's called a mega keg.
Where's the tapper? We're leaning this way, I know that.
This way a lot.
Okay,
The
so
whole bubble.
this is pretty solid stuff.
It is. Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Okay, well let me do this then. We'll turn on, we've got a leveling thing right here. Right now, right front and right rear, I'm gonna pick up. Okay. Just something popping.
This keeps it from rocking, right?
Yeah,
Don't come a knocking.
right front.
I knew you were gonna say that.
And that's that.
I'm metering all your electric usage, just so you know.
I don't care. I
Yeah.
can tell you how many amps I'm
I
pulling
plan
right
on
now.
billing you.
No errors, 122 volts, and I'm pulling 1 amp right now.
No, she can wait. It's just a jacket. She gets all antsy or pantsy about that yee stuff. Well, hey, do you want to wrap this thing up real quick? Okay.
Thought we were done. You aren't going to try to give me a Keystone, are you? I brought some good stuff.
Some Mike's Hard Cranberry.
Huh? No.
All right, this part we have to hold hands.
No, we don't have to hold hands. The important question is whether you want a real beer or not. I have some MGD right in the cooler here.
No, I don't feel like puking.
Kyle, I'm sorry. We only have MGD. It's not your kind.
Is that the MGD girl?
That's the MGD girl. You can
Is
have
that
it if you
flavored?
want. Yeah.
Oh, it's got a Kegel on the front of it.
A Kegel?
Yeah, it's a,
Not a
it's a
Kegel.
kangaroo and an eagle mixed together. All right, that's going to wrap this one up. Hopefully you found this somewhat interesting. Maybe you're looking at getting into camping, and maybe we gave you a brief preview of what that might be like, or maybe you want to set up your own little camping site on your own property. So thanks for giving us the tutorial, Dad.
Anybody who's got one of these already knows how to do all this stuff, but if you're
Yeah.
a newbie, so
Fresh
maybe
meat.
this will help somebody, I don't know.
Well, if you like this one, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Garbage.
Good stuff. It's good stuff.
Another thing I like to do in the videos is fall down sometimes. So if you don't mind just maybe falling down these rocks.
I already got a bad knee. I got a bad knee. I'm old, dude. I'm not going to be falling
Yeah,
around
you're due
all
for a
the
hip
time.
replacement. Oh, come on, you piece of shit. All the Chicago teams suck now.
I don't even watch the Bears anymore.
I don't either. It's a waste of time. I taught him everything he knows.
Yeah. Okay.